first in a series of storms, is passing through Southern California tonight on its way out of the area.
But a second storm is moving in, and even more rain is in the forecast for next week. This latest relatively weak system brought low rain totals to the area, but it was strong enough to cause concern in the burn scar areas where homeowners are doing everything they can to prevent flooding and mudslides. With more rain on the way, those concerns are being heightened tonight.
We have live storm coverage with Rick Chambers in Pasadena and Carlos Salcedo in Pacific Palisades. But we begin with meteorologist Vera Jimenez with the current conditions. V.
Thank you so much. Well, to the current conditions we go, and that means we go to the Max Doppler. As you can see, we're not seeing much activity here. And in fact, most of that rain started to dwindle earlier this evening. But as we take a live look outside from our downtown Los Angeles camera, you can see that we still have plenty of moisture. Now, we did see a lot of heavy saturation, so that turned into drizzle. And in some areas, we definitely got some light showers. Today's rainfall totals, by the way, were exactly what we were expecting, so the forecast really panned out well. In Bel Air, we had almost half an inch of rain. Along Porter Ranch, almost 1¼ inches. Keep in mind that Porter Ranch is close to the foothills, and they tend to get a little bit more rain than most of us. The Santa Clarita Valley had just over ½ an inch, and along the Santa Monica Mountains and foothills, we had over 3/4 of an inch of rain. We're not done with it yet. We're going to see more rain, more showers, more heavy drizzle again tonight into tomorrow. We'll get a small break, and then we'll see more heading into the evening hours. So from about lunchtime on Thursday till lunchtime on Friday, we're going to continue to see those same conditions. We're expecting the similar amount of rain, so this is going to be another beneficial event for us. Thursday into Friday, coast and the valleys, no change in the numbers there. Once again, the foothills will see about 2 inches of rain, and because this continues to be a warmer air mass, those snow levels will remain high. Next week, though, we do have the possibility of a colder storm, and if that storm is colder, then we will see much greater numbers than what we experienced with this event. More on that in a few minutes. Back to you guys for now.
Thank you, Vera. So far, so good in the Palisades fire burn zone. PCH is once again closed to the public as a precaution due to the rain, and protective barriers are helping prevent mudslides and debris flow from unstable hillsides. While some residents are bracing for possible flooding due to the rain, public works officials say even without the wet weather, some areas are still a concern.
KTLA's Carlos Salcedo is live in Pacific Palisades, where residents are still on edge. Carlos.
Micah, Sher, that's because more rain, heavier rain, is on the way, so the threat of mudslides is not over. But tonight, new concerns after the EPA announced that it would be using a parking lot here at Will Rogers State Beach as a temporary sorting site for hazardous materials. A misty, quiet night along a shut-down Pacific Coast Highway, serving as an eerie reminder of the risks of potential debris flows in burn scar hillsides, a threat for homes that survived the Palisades fire, flooding.
It will come in through the garage and into the house, and we've had that happen before.
Residents are working to keep the rainwater out of their properties. Protective barriers are up to prevent mudslides and debris flows. The light rain has caused a muddy mess for this homeowner, who lives off Coastline Drive and butts to a badly burned hillside. She says when it rains, her backyard fills with mud. She's asking for government officials to rethink their drainage system. Public Works says they're finding some areas so unstable that even without wet weather, there's concerns.
We have slopes, natural slopes and man-made slopes that are quite unstable right now. That could even fail and have been failing even when it's not raining.
As the EPA acts on emergency orders to quickly remove toxic debris, the agency is facing criticism after announcing that Will Rogers State Beach will serve as a temporary sorting site for hazardous waste. That includes materials like lithium batteries, propane tanks, and asbestos. EPA officials say they will take all the necessary precautions.
I have a lot of concerns about the potential environmental impacts, a lot of concerns about the lack of transparency.
LA City Council member Tracy Park says she urged government officials to select a different site away from the coastline.
To store hazardous material right at the beach where a high tide or a king tide could potentially just move it right into the ocean, right at the base of an area where we already know we have risks of slide and debris flow problems. It just makes absolutely no sense to me that they would do it at that location.
Now, the EPA will be setting up shop here at a parking lot at Will Rogers State Beach. The timeline for phase 1 is set to be about 30 days, but it's unclear if this rain will actually delay those efforts. We're live in the Palisades. Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
Carlos, thank you. Concerns and confusion tonight over plans to move victims of the Eaton fire from the Red Cross shelter at the Pasadena Convention Center. Hundreds of displaced residents are still living there, and details on where they will be moving are unclear.
KTLA's Rick Chambers is live in Pasadena tonight. Rick.
Yeah, Micah, there has been confusion. An erroneous date has already been announced. Rumors are flying that the evacuees are going to be put out onto the streets. The truth is the evacuation center is relocating, and that's going to happen very soon. But the Red Cross says that all of the evacuees that are still in the convention center will be taken care of.
Our closing date is dependent upon meeting the needs of our clients.
And there are nearly 300 still in the shelter. But the shelter is moving to a new location. In fact, we're told that several sites near Altadena are being vetted right now, and that a move will likely happen over the next 5 days.
And there will be a well thought out transition for everyone at the shelter to meet their needs with transportation provided.
These people need help and solutions and real support.
About a dozen protesters, some of them fire victims, voiced concerns today about relocating and about the current conditions in the convention center after nearly a month.
Sleep on one of those cots. See what it's like at 3 in the morning when you hear babies screaming for their moms, when you hear dogs barking. It's way beyond what a human being should be able to go through.
And some complaints to the Red Cross for allowing Pasadena's homeless into the evac center.
Yelling in the middle of the night, vomiting on themselves, starting altercations, getting mad over nothing, throwing stuff at people.
The Red Cross says yes, homeless are inside because it provides shelter to all that need it. But they work with police, they say, to keep the problems to a minimum. Many of the remaining in the convention center are older, poorer, and in some cases disabled. And they say that they can't afford housing and don't want to be left in the lurch by the county and the Red Cross.
The American Red Cross will not close a shelter until we have worked with every client and determined that they have a sustainable option going forward.
Now, the city says that the convention center has always been a temporary site, and now with some of the previously booked obligations getting closer and fewer people inside the convention center, the Red Cross says now is that time to relocate. In Pasadena, I'm Rick Chambers. Guys, I'll throw it back to you in the studio.
Rick, thank you.